Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's a boom, Diekin, and I have my special guest with me today. You guys know him, CZ, the American Patriot. CZ, thanks for joining me tonight.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Good. So I just want to go ahead and jump right on into it. I actually had some other things planned for tonight, kind of like a little spoof, funny video, something that I did earlier today that I wanted to share with you guys. Totally got derailed by what happened. You guys will understand that as we get further on into the video. But apparently there was an explosion today. Here, you know what? I'll go ahead and play some video while we're waiting. You guys can watch some of this. And so earlier today, there was a bust by one of the plugs. Apparently he got busted. I have pictures supposedly of the individuals that busted him. You know what? I'll go ahead and pull that up too. And but apparently they seized 5,000 pounds of fireworks supposedly, and you know they put everything onto this truck, and apparently the truck exploded a few minutes later. Now, what's weird about this situation is based upon some other things I observed earlier today. I personally believe there's a war out on fireworks for this fireworks season. Something like this has never occurred, to my knowledge, right before the 4th of July season. And the way this happened was it's a bomb squad. I mean, you know, they're used to detonating stuff safely and making sure people don't get hurt. But according to reports from KCAL News and other witnesses, this was detonated with intention on a city street. Now, there were no detonations while they were transporting it, moving it from the garage or the house. But when they put it on the truck, apparently somebody said, or there are reports that someone said fire in the hole. And at the same time, a couple of the reporters noted that they were asked to move back 2 or 3 times, about maybe 10 or 20 minutes before this explosion. So it sounds planned. And if you notice, you don't see any fire personnel hurt, no cops, you know, fortunately, but the cars were empty on the street. It's really suspicious. And my personal opinion about this is it looks staged and planned that something like this would happen. And of course, before I logged on, I believe somebody from the bomb squad or whatever put out a report, said that they cannot confirm whether or not this was planned. They said this was an accident. Now, mind you, this is on a bomb squad truck that went up on a city street, and apparently there's some reports that they did this. This was planned, that they did this intentionally if they felt it was safer to detonate it right there. Now, some people won't be able to stay in their homes. Obviously, there's a number of people, I think 10 or 12 people, hospital injuries. They have to be reported to, they have to go to the hospital. So, yeah. So, CZ, what do you have to say about this so far, based upon what you know?
You know, I keep watching it replay over and over. And, you know, you see Holy Pyro and Kenny hitting the points on this. Bureaucracy. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel at this point, knowing that we were just getting over this pandemic without getting any other politics involved here going. But it looks like there's a war on people with freedom and their fireworks. Mm-hmm. And since a lot of the people are kind of used to losing their rights away in states like, well, you know, California, New York, New Jersey, Chicago, you kind of see where that's leading. Right. You know, being part of the West Coast Patriot Pyros and talking to a lot of other Pyros, not just us, right. we have a common denominator, and that's to be able to ignite in the name of freedom. Because at the end of the day, when we don't have any stores or a way to access this that we celebrate, this one common denominator, we don't have the things. And from looking at it, I mean, that's still right there. Massive illegal firework explosion. You think the word illegal in front of the fireworks is blaming who? the carriers of the fireworks, or are we blaming the people that mishandled the fireworks after carefully transporting them into a so-called detonation?
Right.
So
CZ,
I raise a
let me bring up the volume on this, because this is, I believe, the point in the video where this reporter made note that they kept being asked to move back right before the explosion, like it was planned. So I'm gonna turn up the volume just a little bit, not to really interrupt you.
To render this device safe, probably didn't even know the magnitude of what they were dealing with out here. All of their lives were put in danger, the people who live in the homes nearby, and then all of the, spectators who gathered out here to see the experts do their work and make this neighborhood safe out here tonight. So our hearts are with everybody that was injured. Looks like a couple of people wheeled away on the stretchers, were bleeding. We're hoping none of them have serious injuries, but everyone who heard this thing, their ears are ringing. You could feel the blast. Chunks of metal were flying off across the street. Windows at all the businesses were blown out. So this was a massive explosion out here, Pat.
Well, you know something, Nicole, our thoughts are always, we're going to go back to March of this year.
I think this is it right here.
People who were killed from a fireworks blast, illegal fireworks explosion, homes destroyed. My question to you is, A, do we know if they got all of those illegal explosive devices out of that home, all the boxes into this truck at this time, or are there still some boxes of fireworks and illegal explosive devices that have not been loaded?
All right, I'm gonna turn the volume down just for a second. CZ, you can go with your point. I thought it was at that point in the video where she made mention of that.
Like everyone's saying, it takes a spark to get it going.
Mm-hmm.
But then I take a look, it's not just fireworks I like. I like my share of firearms. I like many things that we enjoy as freedom citizens in the United States. And it just seems like it's a little kind of obvious that this is just not looking right. Why would you have that thing detonated in the middle of residential looking area, just go off, put people at risk, shrapnel flying everywhere? And all they're saying is, hey, you know what, illegal fireworks. But they're not even blaming the bomb squad. Or you'd think there'd be some kind of Cal Fire something there, because we know for a fact if it was in their hands and this is a legitimate deal of them transport and not a scene, well, then it'd be definitely their fault.
So we're not sure if other people in the home were aware of what he was stockpiling in it.
Let me just pause it right. For those of you guys who want, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and upload the rest of this, the live footage that I got from KCAL, so you guys can see it in its entirety and everything, because I want you guys to hear all the points. But here are a couple of things that I noticed. If they thought it was really, really dangerous, why didn't they do a better job of transporting it or making sure that it wasn't in a residential neighborhood? That's the first thing. Forget the fact that fireworks, explosives, or whatever. Then obviously the reporters are saying, well, we kept being asked to move back several times before the explosion went off. Now, if you notice, nobody on the street was really hurt. It was people who were inside their own homes are the ones that went to the hospital. You don't see reporters hurt. You don't see any of the LAPD officers, hurt. Like somebody was accidentally walking by the truck. It just looks totally planned. And so I was at an event earlier today, and I was telling CZ about this, and NBC News was there. They were interviewing one of the sheriff officers or the fire department, and this guy had a 4-inch box. You guys know the little boxes that come in the little kitty assortments. You guys know those little kitty fountains. I'm not even talking about a 200-gram fountain. I'm talking about those little kitty ones that are about 4 inches high, whatever, and probably about an inch thick. Okay, he told the guy from NBC News that was a professional grade firework. A professional grade firework.
Keo,
I'm talking about those little things that you guys can even find right now at your Phantom or TNT booths that you could go get in your basic Safe and Sane assortment pack. That's like about 5 inches high and about an inch, maybe an inch and a half wide. One of those little boxes. And he said it could put somebody's eye out, it could blind them, and it's a professional grade firework. I have it on tape. And again, that was part of some of the stuff that I was going to upload tonight. If you guys want me to, I could play that video right now. If you guys, have some time.
Great.
You want to see it? Here, let me pull it up there.
Yeah, you know what? If you can work on that, and I'll touch up on a couple points. This whole thing right here, call me a little conspiracy theorist here of some sort, but kind of reminds me of the old Sandy Hook school shooting. And, crisis actors and stuff. You look at this thing. If this thing wasn't orchestrated and it isn't a war on pyros, and it's not just pyros alone. It's the people of the United States. We, the people.
Right.
This is why we're gathered here. We wouldn't be on here for no reason if it wasn't in the name of freedom. Look at this. Shrapnel going everywhere. People walking. This was planned. And I'm telling you, if it was legit, then there'd be a lot of people suing the bomb squad, the city, the county.
All right, so here's the video, and it's probably about halfway in. I want you to listen to the guy in the black tell NBC News, and if again, this is actually ruining my little spoof video. So this is the fire department, police department, firework surrender. So I went down there to have some fun. Sorry to spoil it for you guys, but again, this whole situation kind of ruined it. But this really raised my eyebrow right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Make sure you guys listen in very carefully.
This is the stuff that we're out. So this is the powder. This is actually the powder of the charge with the fuse. So that's what we separated from this container. This is just trash. And how serious?
There it is, right there in his hand.
This is the hard share of it, right? So some of this stuff varies from pretty innocuous or harmless, like some smoke bombs. Like this is really actually legal. So it's,
look at his right hand. That's a professional grade firework.
Pointing in the wrong direction can blind you, can even kill you. Actually, makes you go on spot. Dry, knock an eye out.
Are these the ones we see over the valley every year?
Yeah, absolutely. They're the aerial shots. Yep. So a lot of the stuff that we're seeing today, as you can see some of the stuff that's some of the stuff is commercial. You see like professional grade fireworks.
You just hear him? He just said it's professional grade fireworks. That thing right there in his right hand. And he said it puts people's eye out, make people blind, yada, yada, yada. So when you guys start seeing me post on social media, and sometimes I'll say certain things, some of you guys may think I'm serious. I have a lot of fun over here, right? So if you guys see me make a post with a bunch of little novelty fountains saying it's professional grade firework, reference this video. So you guys all know I'm just kidding and joking around, but this is where that running joke is going to come from. So if you guys see some next videos, posts, or anything coming from me saying this is a professional grade firework, you could definitely thank this guy right here. All right.
Sometimes stuff that's come in today that's in someone's house for 4 years. It still can hurt you. If it's stored properly and it's not, in a place where it's getting any kind of moisture.
I wish I could zoom in on this.
It won't degrade. It'll last.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
You got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, we
Looks
do.
like each and every piece.
Each and every piece has to be literally separated like this. Yeah. Well, the sparklers, we handle these differently. They're not, they don't handle the same.
You guys get what I'm saying. When I'm saying cops, you guys don't. Bomb squad, fire department, all of them. That's who I actually mean. I'm sorry.
But see, if you were landing this and you're pointing it at somebody, it's a weapon. They don't really hurt
Ooh,
you.
it's a weapon now.
So,
Ooh.
Unfortunately, a lot of these fireworks in people's hands are not trained, not responsible. And that's
Not trained,
houses
okay.
get burned down, fields catch on fire, people get blinded and hurt. So the stuff is it's not safe.
Nice to see it off the streets.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, so that's the end of that clip. Again, this totally ran its course for me doing my regular scheduled broadcast that I was going to do earlier today. But you guys, so here we get, this isn't live as of right now. This is what I recorded earlier. So yeah, you can see where they're going with this. So what do you think about that video?
It's quite something. I mean, I'm sorry you had to spoil your your nice little hoax for later, and I was looking forward to it, but it is what it is. It led to this. And it's more than obvious. They're trying to put the fear of God into the people, the normies. We're going to call them the normies, the people that haven't waken up to the whole pandemic nonsense and trying to take control of the people and trying to tell people you can't ignite your own fireworks. We will tell you to go to a show so that we control what you guys will be doing on Freedom Day 1776. I completely disagree with that. You know what?
Yeah. and the thing about it is, look, you have a truck, residential street. They didn't call multiple trucks because even if they said, well, this isn't safe enough to transport, why didn't they call some armored trucks to haul away one box at a time if they needed to? I'm just taking it to the extreme. Why didn't they call armored trucks to transport each individual box one at a time, but to possibly suspiciously detonate this on a look, you don't see anybody walking by. Like this is a casual thing. Like, okay, the bomb squad, they're doing their thing. I'm going to go to McDonald's. You don't see anybody walking to their car. Look, you don't see anybody out there on the street right now. You don't have anybody walking to Jack in the Box, Denny's. This is South LA, East LA area. And, again, I feel sorry for all of those people that got hurt, but where's the basic stuff that you would typically see in a residential community? Like, look, right after the video, now you got people out there. So they backed away everybody because they know they had something planned. Somebody was posted on social media saying it was a pressure cooker, but even KCAL 9 News and other reporters said they heard somebody say fire in the hole.
Right.
And even the other reporters. Yeah, I have the volume turned down. Again, I'll upload this later for you guys. But even the news reporters were saying, well, we thought this was just an accident. But now they're saying, oh, fire in the hole. Well, that means it's pre-planned. So those aren't my words.
Those are the fireworks that were being
when you see
truck
when you see Cal Fire transport goods, and trust me, I've watched them all season. I've rode right beside Cal Fire, and you know what? They seem like they could handle and transport these goods pretty well without an issue. Why all of a sudden there ain't nobody around when this explosion goes off and it looks like you got some folks that are hurt? I don't know, crisis actors or not. I don't want to see anyone hurt, but I tell you what,
of course,
it's a little fishy. Cal Fire would have done a fine job.
Yeah. It's just really suspicious with all this stuff going on. So, factoring in that video, the situation that happened with me earlier today, and that guy is telling NBC News that was a 1.3 professional grade firework, and that's something you can go get at a TNT or Phantom booth right now, or even just a little basic kiddie novelty pack. Really, really, really suspicious, But I personally believe that this was done to scare a scare tactic, to get people to stop shooting fireworks, let people know that fireworks are dangerous. And again, none of this happened while they were moving it or putting it on the truck. It was safely on the truck, apparently. They thought it was probably contained and said, well, you know what, we'll do what we got to do. Yeah. Or possibly thought it was safer to detonate. First of all, who gave the order to possibly detonate this on the truck as opposed to transporting it?
Yeah.
That's the other concern or word on the street by the news reporters, is that they thought it was too dangerous to transport, so they detonated it inside the truck.
But you notice how they still say fireworks explosion, and before that it's titled illegal fireworks, but they're not blaming anyone else. The title is exactly the narrative. The narrative is focus on what's negative. And they're pushing it, and they're doing a fine job. And if you keep on repeating it over and over, guess what? The sheep will swallow it, and they'll be led to the slaughterhouse. So I tell you what, in the name of freedom, pyros know what they got to do.
Yeah, and we had to put our narrative out there. That's why I hit up CZ tonight, because you guys know the news reports are, they're going to run rampant with their only story. But I'm really glad the news reporters noticed that. It's like, this is a little suspicious. Why is it on a city street? We heard fire in the hole. They were asking us to back up. Yeah, the lady there said they kept pushing us back. What was it, about 10 minutes, maybe 5 or 10 minutes before the explosion. And, you know, like they had them back up and then back up even further. So they knew they were planning for something. You don't do that if they're thinking about driving the truck down the street or driving it away.
And you know what? It's a little too similar to that most recent event, not too far from. And yeah, they brought up the topic, so they know exactly what they're doing and how they're pushing the narrative.
Yeah, you know what? Let me get my other video in here because I think this is the first one. I think my other video is a little bit more detailed, so we can get a little bit more information about what happened. Let me see here. I hope I didn't mess it up.
Hope you guys are doing well. How's everybody doing out there tonight?
Oh, I hope everybody's doing good.
I agree with Pyro Wars.
Really? What did Pyro Wars just say?
We don't want any negative attention. That's true.
Yeah, right
Just
here
remember,
before the 4th of July. I mean, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me find my video here because this is the one that showed everything a little earlier.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of some of those fine school random shootings, and they start to target the people's firearms across the states and whatnot. So, you know, I'm always raising caution around. And
Definitely. So let me pull up my video here. I just found it.
1.4 Tommy, that's the detonators, the bomb squad. That's their fault. But the news ain't going to put that in the title. You're going to see the word illegal in front of Firework, and they're going to push that narrative. And that's what they want people to catch. That's the catchphrase, illegal. Why? Because they deem it illegal. So now it's illegal for everyone.
Right. And how much do you think that that truck cost?
Ocean area. This is where it was
Good question.
in South LA.
Yeah, so this is after the explosion. I didn't catch the initial thing, so this is what I recorded earlier. This is everybody walking away from the incident. So again, people won't be able to go back into their homes tonight. They have some individuals that obviously won't be able to go back to their house for a while. See, that's the initial explosion right there. Hold on, you know what? Let me see if I can pause this. Let me. Crap, I missed it.
There it is. We don't know how many pounds of illegal fireworks were in there. So we know 5,000.
So they damaged somebody's car. I mean, look at that. The insurance, I mean, is that even covered? They would probably say that's an act of God or something like that. So somebody, if they didn't have insurance or whatever, the coverage, you know, that's lost.
Well, I'll tell you what, if they wanted something positive from all of this, that explosion was probably something we all wanted to see. It's not necessarily like that.
Yeah, well, crap, I missed it again.
Telling people in this neighborhood, hey, you know what? We're about to detonate these fireworks inside our truck here. So just be on alert that if you hear this loud noise, that's what it is. Don't be frightened by it. We're just detonating.
Oh, so see, can you hear it on the broadcast? She said that. I guess that's what they said. Like, don't be alerted. We're getting ready to detonate something.
Some illegal
How about that?
And then
Red flag.
But they didn't expect this to happen, obviously. And I wonder how many people actually knew what was going on when it actually happened. We know that from the incident in Ontario where 2 people were killed back in March, we know that people in that neighborhood, neighbors were talking about how it sounded like an earthquake, that their windows rattled, they shook, and some even had their windows blown out because of what happened at a house a couple houses away even. So you just wonder, what kind of situation it was like for those neighbors today.
We're not hearing that.
I'd be calling it.
Look, explosion happened during illegal fireworks bust. It didn't happen during the bust. They were already done with
something like
this. And on the truck.
Yeah, what a narrative.
Some of the people being talked to by the battalion chief. This is going to be LAFD, who was on scene early on with this fireworks bust that occurred in South LA. Of about 5,000 pounds. And Susie, I just don't think that they could fit all of those fireworks that we saw earlier in that video in this truck. I could be wrong.
Again, obviously, thank goodness, but no fire department members were hurt or LAPD. I mean, if they were just out there casually doing something and just happened to go off, I mean, don't you think there would be some incidents regarding the LA County personnel?
I mean, we're taking a look here on the right-hand part of your screen. This goes to a
Look,
point
no
where you see they
incidents over
stacked it
here.
all
They're
up.
hauling it away on
I
a
don't know. Maybe we
truck,
should go to Des. Des,
moving
is there any
everything. No
indication that
incidents,
there's more
right?
of
But
those,
not till they get to the truck.
crates, the illegal fireworks that they kind of wrapped up, seen anywhere around
Blowfish
there
gets
that
it.
might have been left over that they didn't make into that truck that exploded?
Yep.
All that good product over there.
That's something.
To try to find that. I don't see any.
I hope the audio's pretty good coming in for you guys over there.
They have some in the back there. You see a bomb squad truck.
Okay.
I'm wondering if maybe they have some in the back of that box truck right there. They have another vehicle here behind the trees in their mobile command center that they had.
You know, but for all in all, anybody out there shooting fireworks and whatever you guys are doing, make sure you guys are being smart this year. I was telling CZ this year feels different. You know, it's like they're looking to get some people, like trying to make up for last year.
Oh yeah.
You know, in an unsecured location. So if there's any more here still on site.
So look, hold on, let me pause this. Look, so you guys see this bottom house down here in the middle? They move it over here, then they move it around the corner. So you mean to tell me they transport it a city block over and there's no incidents until they put it on the truck? All of it. There's no incidents. It didn't do anything from the garage or wherever it was back here till the top part of your screen, the top left. That's where it went off, and all of a sudden there's an issue. So they had to move it a city block, and now there's a problem.
It was so jarring to us because
look, it's around the corner.
Expecting to see, like I said, maybe that large armored thing that they put it all in just kind of shake a little bit and see some smoke come out, and then the smoke clears. We felt the explosion and we're like, wait, what? Like, is this for real? Look at this truck. Look at how this truck was ripped to shreds. And then when I wiped out,
that's going to come out of our tax dollars.
Like, oh my God!
Oh, sure is.
You just imagine that.
That's what they do. Nickel and dime the people away.
If it could do this to this vehicle right here, turn it on its side,
it's like it crumpled.
Pyro DC, magic.
Yeah, that huge gash in the side, and you could just imagine the force.
Some people said they threw a pressure cooker in there, or somebody said fire in the hole.
From shards of glass, and that it's just some minor
but really, the bomb squad, is this the best you can do? Having a truck go off on the city street, really?
Completely unnecessary.
Shrapnel could have been flying through this area.
A blowfish. That's the report or word on the street, even by reporters.
Will be really incredible if suffered any life-threatening injuries on this.
So I guess we're just going to, at this point in time, assume that everything that was taken out of there was in that vehicle there that has since been destroyed as a result of this explosion.
Wow.
And, we got to think, Susie, that obviously this was a malfunction. This wasn't supposed to happen. They were going to, I would assume, take it to another location to detonate. That would have been a safe location, far away from a neighborhood. Obviously,
good point, Red Bitch. So this stuff traveled from China, and then it comes to the cities of LA, and it blows up a truck.
And we just want to bring our viewers up to date now here on KCAL 9 News at 8. This is breaking news, continuous coverage of an explosion that happened during the illegal fireworks bust.
Let me pause it for. So these fireworks, it travels from China, sits in Long Beach or the Port Harbor or whatever, and then travels all the way from LA City, the harbor, to LA streets, and there's no incident. It sounds to me that these fireworks were kept safer in that guy's garage, because if it was kept in that guy's garage, I guarantee it wouldn't have been an explosion.
Well, I'm sure he knew what he was doing, Keo, because if not, he wouldn't have the amount of product that he had to celebrate for independence. So yeah, for being professional, they sure dropped the ball, guys.
Right, but here we have the bomb squad, but obviously they put them on a truck. The truck blows up, but if they left it at the guy's house, it was safe.
Waiting for the detonation of these illegal fireworks inside a special truck that the LAPD had pulled into this neighborhood to load the fireworks.
What pyro crew did they work with? Make sure they don't get hired somewhere, right?
I'm telling
you. Know that at some point while they were, continuing with that operation, that suddenly something went wrong, and
I mean, look at these guys. They're hauling it out of the garage
and we showed
on pallets.
Video just a moment ago.
And then they put it in the truck after it's been sitting there for months, probably years. How long?
Wonder what neighbors were thinking when this actually happened.
And then they haul it around the corner onto a truck and blow it up.
Was it supposed to be that loud?
And then look at all the damage. Look at the casualties. You got people's cars are all jacked up. God, like I said, God, knows, only he knows if they had insurance.
Powerful, and you can just see, I mean, how much this, I mean, the explosion, how far it went.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And doesn't this just go to show how volatile these fireworks are?
Oh, Lord.
You see that narrative there? If they don't paint the picture on the people,
oh my God,
you got to be kidding me.
Oh my God, you see how volatile the fireworks are. I mean, really?
Fear of God in
You
the
don't know
people.
what grade fireworks either.
Correct. But these are
Oh,
people
what
that
grade
know
fireworks
they're doing,
was-
that box these things up, that put them into that truck. They know what they're doing, and it still exploded. Does that just go to show
They
how
know what they're
dangerous
doing, and it
fireworks are?
still
I have a friend of
exploded, which
mine
means
who lost an
for
eye
those
because of
pyros out
fireworks. I
there,
know the
you
dangers
guys
that
don't
they
have a
do from,
prayer.
from
You don't
that
have a
distance.
chance.
But you really
Well, there
don't
it
have
is.
that
They're
information.
telling you.
There is
Don't
the
think about that,
narrative.
and then you see
There is the
severity
narrative.
and the damage done here by professionals that were packing this away to be detonated. It's just amazing how volatile they are, aren't they?
So if they don't know what they're
About
doing, you guys don't have a
5,000
chance.
pounds of fireworks, and even though not all of them may have been inside this truck, I mean, you just
Oh, all of it wasn't inside the truck.
5,000 pounds of illegal fireworks.
How about
That's a
that?
lot of fireworks for one person. We don't really know the specifics behind that. We know that LAFD was able to take a person into custody. LAPD actually.
Here, you know what? Maybe
because
I'll
they
just
had
do
all
this
of
for
these
right now.
fireworks in this home here in South LA. They were
I
in
want.
the
I got
process
something
of
else I want to show you
bringing
guys.
those fireworks to a place where they could detonate, and then this happened. That is a vehicle specially made for something like this, Susie. This is something that
Tell you what, so much for my firework of the night right now.
We were there following this.
Yeah, man. It's like you
ongoing
can't even
story.
concentrate. Here, let me
We have
pause this for just a
reporters-
second.
My
wanna
phone was blowing up. I'm getting messages, and and then we start calling each other like, can you get confirmation on this? And I'm getting things like, fireworks are causing explosions, and I'm like, that's not correct. When fireworks go off, they go off simultaneously. We know that.
Right.
So,
Right. So, right.
wait
So
a
apparently this is the task force that caught that guy today. And rumors, I have no confirmation on any of this, but apparently I know some of you in the chat has said somebody was mad at the guy's prices and then ratted him out. And so this is supposedly the team that caught him. So
fine team right there. How about that?
Oh yeah, man. They born
taxpayer dollars at work right there. Your
Four
finest.
o'clock and 5 o'clock
Right.
and 6 o'clock. We were getting ready for air here on KCAL 9 News at 8 o'clock. We were getting ready for
I mean,
that.
look
We
at those
just shot
cars,
a
man.
chopper
Look at that. I
overhead,
mean,
and then this happened. And again, I just am so amazed at how, that vehicle there, and just how it was crumpled up like a giant just picked it up and crumpled it in his hand and threw it down. It's amazing the force of those fireworks.
well, from my
All the
understanding,
results
I
of an
guess
investigation,
people
they're
say
calling
that
it
he was a
historic
big time
investigation
plug in
South
LA. From
with these
my
illegal
understanding.
fireworks. So I would deduce that this investigation, this operation was happening for if not weeks, days prior to this.
So this
event.
is in South LA.
And,
This
obviously
is
they made
not
arrests
too
today, and they
far
seized
from the Staples
fireworks,
Center
but something like this
in
happening
that
after
area.
that
If you guys are
mentioned
familiar
this
with Los
way.
Angeles,
It's just so tragic.
near
Well,
the
we don't
Coliseum
have
and
any, indication of any
LA
critical
Convention
injuries other
Center.
than just some injuries to 5 people. We've seen a number of people that have gone from this area, walked away from this area, so that's good news. At least 5 injured in the explosion. We don't know the extent of their injuries, but we haven't seen ambulances show up and rush off. That's always an indication that somebody is in.
So I guess everything I see in the movies is fake. When hey, we got something that's about to detonate. Let's try to, drive this truck over into the ocean to save some lives.
Everybody
No.
appears to be in a calm,
I
structured
can't keep up with all the events nowadays. I mean, we got random shootings like the Las Vegas one, the Sandy Hook, the Florida club. I mean,
Desmond,
we
what was
can't
the scene
keep up
like
with these
right
things.
after the explosion.
Yeah, if the Flash was there, he would have
There
saved
was,
everybody.
Well, Susie, almost just like kind of an almost confusion, I think, by
Or
authorities
Superman,
obviously
right?
After the blast, that I think everyone was taken.
This thing's going to be the talk for the next days, and they're going to try to discourage people from igniting
After
anything.
about 20 seconds, I think
Yep.
everyone, got their wits together and they kind of jumped to action and they went to go see, what all transpired. And I saw some firefighters.
Danny Moda, you got it.
To this house right here, and could definitely hear a sense of urgency with the police talking, as far as radio traffic and calling more units to the scene. And they have LA City Fire respond or rather stand by on a scene like this for just such a malfunction. But not as
and you know what's ironic? Out of all the station, Fox covered some of it.
I think they may have all
9 here.
One ambulance
9's not the most conservative pro people. I mean, these guys will get you close up on bodies on the ground and definitely target that mass majority of well-hearted Californians, if you know what I mean.
Hey, CZ, let me ask you something. Don't you think there would have been a larger explosion if there was gas in that truck?
If those fireworks would have detonated the way
with that amount of pressure, yeah.
So, do you think that truck probably didn't have any gasoline in it?
Obviously, we see.
I mean, if they right, because if they were planning on moving the truck, it would have gas in it, right? And I'm thinking, okay, well, let's say if that was a 1.3 G fireworks explosion, well, okay, that's the explosion by itself, but then where's the gasoline factor?
As bad as it is, just how
I still see it there. I mean, you know.
I would just think that a gasoline explosion would have a little bit more damage than just the fireworks.
Right. Well, the cab's still there. I mean, you know, it's in pieces, but it's still there. And, you know, you got the pressure from the box that was containing all the works in there. So,
yeah, but I still think the gas tank would have been hit.
The force
yeah,
of the blast,
no, that's not it.
The left side of that vehicle.
Fine neighborhood, huh?
Looks like
fine neighborhood right there.
Yeah, so now all those people are displaced from their home.
That it appears that the
they're going to get them a new house and a new car.
Shrapnel, I would assume. Just think of everything that was flying in the air.
Oh man,
as a result of this blast.
Yeah, this really it stinks.
Flashlights as they're assessing the damage. There's got to be dozens of firefighters on scene at this location.
I'll tell you what, regardless,
this was a result of a
you know they're going to use this for Independence Day
earlier today,
and want you to avoid all the ignition.
Oh yeah, you guys know this will be at the next Cal Fire picnic.
Oh yeah,
this will be it. You know what? This will be in their training tutorial. Look at this explosion, what fireworks can do. Hey, you know what? I remember I got my driver's license when I was 18, and they used to play that video, Red Asphalt. This is going to be their version of Red Asphalt right here. Right, this is what it's going to do.
Were they taken to the waiting ambulance?
You see how safely we moved it? We put it on the truck, and it became unstable.
Yeah.
Fortunately
while in package.
California hospital off of Grand.
It made it safely from China and made it safely all the way through the LA city streets. But you see what happens.
There it is there.
Those ambulances went, but we can see there may actually still be some people here.
Fireworks explosion. No one's fault.
Okay, where's the gasoline? I'm not seeing any gasoline or anything.
I love their title and narrative.
Fireworks explosion. South LA.
Yeah. Get your attention.
So they got Ontario, they got South LA, so maybe San Fernando Valley's next.
Oh, they're making their way. Before you know it, Lancaster.
Oh yeah, and San Diego, and then they're gonna hit up Fresno. They're gonna hit up what else are they gonna hit up? They're gonna probably hit up Santa Monica. Jesus.
We're starting to see some video pop up on social media.
Yeah, they did. Pyroblast guy.
Oh, wait.
Very obvious. Red flag. It's like the moon landing. I'm sorry, Keo. I got to toss that in. You know, they get the moon landing on film, but they forget the camera guy when these guys are leaving the moon. I tell you what. Cameras on this explosion, red flag.
Well, and that was another thing too. Is how I mean, KCAL 9 News was stationed perfectly to record it. I mean, really. I mean, really.
And we're just getting this update now into our newsroom.
That's what it is.
9 people have been injured now.
Lancaster, Pyro Louie, what's up?
Thousands of pounds of illegal fireworks, as Jeff was just talking about.
Want to give a special acknowledgement again. Make sure we're definitely hoping that people are okay from this explosion, but there's definitely something fishy behind it. And again, just to reiterate, this is not live. I recorded it live, and now we're just playing it back for those of you who missed it. And this happened at noon when the guy was busted, and so.
fireworks. Apparently they were both
I think it was at
homemade,
7 o'clock.
and someone from
So
Detroit,
from
police say,
around 12,
one
maybe
man
1
was
o'clock
arrested
noon
on
to about
suspicion of
7
possessing
o'clock.
those
The 7
fireworks
o'clock is when
and
the
destructive
explosion happened.
devices, and
Pacific
also
Standard
on
Time.
suspicion of child endangerment because 2 children.
Oh, now they're going to get them on
You hear
child
that?
endangerment. Oh, they really stacking it on.
Oh,
And
yeah.
let's go to a picture we have of that vehicle, that special vehicle in the center of your screen there that is destroyed. There it is on
Yeah,
the
so
right.
there's the truck
LAPD,
that's
the
destroyed.
special vehicle that they use for this.
And again,
type
why didn't they
of,
bring in
work
2 or 3
when they
trucks?
seize
Why did they only
fireworks,
have
anything
one?
that's combustible like that. To the right-hand part of your screen is that picture of the vehicle that you see that was used for this illegal.
Yeah, pretty much. They did
fireworks
overload
bust that
it.
has since been destroyed.
This is
Pyro Cowboy
this-
says the same thing. He says, "Wait a minute,
and that's where a lot
it doesn't.
of
It just
fireworks are to
doesn't
be
look
placed,
good. You know,
and
it's
then
it's
secured
they're
and
trying to
then
definitely put a
removed.
capture on it
I've been on location
and
Right.
make sure no one
like this where you see, I'm sure
does what they're going to do."
when the bomb squad shows up, they have that.
Yeah,
camera thing in the
I
back,
mean,
they can throw those
so yeah, they
fireworks
got in
into. It's a
Ontario.
way to deaden,
That's a
it's
major
way to
metropolitan
buffer that
city.
in case it does
Now we got
explode.
South LA. So
I
San
don't know how
Diego
much
and
they
all
can
you other
put in, but
guys, maybe even
5,000
Northern Cali,
pounds is a
you guys
lot.
better have
That
your
certainly
guards
doesn't
up
seem like that would be a
because
big-
I think
a
there's
large enough to do that, but
crap.
again, I'm not exactly sure.
I have it on
But,
video,
that is the
but
vehicle
I
on the
will
right,
probably
Susie,
bring it up in
as
a
it
follow-up
was
video.
moments before this
There's another
explosion.
measure coming across. I
In
think it's
South LA.
SB
That is the vehicle that has since been
2700 or
destroyed by this
SB
explosion.
200 or
Following
something.
this,
There's something else
illegal
going on
fireworks
regarding the
bust in
transportation of
South LA, and
fireworks.
that location
So I
is
have to look it up. I'm
27th
just
and
putting it
San
out there so you
Pedro
guys know there
in,
is another
South
bill,
LA,
SB
2700 block of East
2700,
27th
something like that.
near San
So
Pedro, to be exact.
I'll get the facts together and then present it. I'll do it after the 4th of July first because I have a couple of other depressing videos. I appreciate the stories you guys send in. I didn't want to upload it before the 4th of July because honestly, I have one that's really depressing where they're asking neighbors to spy on you and they're going to report your neighbors for even looking out their window shooting fire. If your neighbors see you shooting fireworks and they don't report you, they're going to report the neighbors or fine them for even watching you shoot.
Draconian laws, Gio. Those are old draconian laws. I mean, you know, the old Germany with the Nazis, they'd have them people report one another if they were, you know, doing wrong according to whatever the communist movement was. So, and they do it in Cuba. Same thing.
Yeah.
Here against that movement, they got people watching you to report. And as far as I know, I think there's an app now people want to download to be able to make these things a thing of reporting incidents, marking where they think the booms are coming from. So, yeah,
it's a kind of
strange
and interesting. You see,
Yeah, this is actually in. I'm not gonna say San Jose, but I know it's in Northern California where they have this new system that they're trying to put in place, where they're going to find anybody watching fireworks.
Right.
Anybody watching fireworks. So if you're a little kid standing down the street watching a fireworks display, they want to give that little kid a fine because they were watching fireworks. Oh yeah, Long Beach, you guys need to watch out too. They got some stuff planned for you guys. It's Sacramento, thanks, Sam. Yeah, I wasn't sure what city it was in, but it is Sacramento. Yeah, I know one of the guys who currently subscribes to my channel sent me the link. And I was like, you know what, this is a Debbie Downer. And that video I have is about 3 hours long. 3 hours they're sitting around talking about fireworks. So I cut it out. It was actually like an 8-hour video. I took the firework portion out, and I have that, you know, nice and stored. But really, that's a mess.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming. And they're going to try. I tell you what, whatever you do, you got to let these authorities know that we're a part of the United States. We're not any separate. We're not any different. We celebrate the same day. It's every year. It's not new. We might have messed up a couple of English folks, British folks, but hey, we got something to look forward to. Independence Day. It's what we do.
Right.
And we were just talking about and telling our viewers here.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Orange County.
And,
oh, yeah.
I'll give you some video right now and show you that explosion right there from the ground. This is from our ground crew, our photojournalist Michael.
For real,
look, you don't see any employees. You know, you don't see any employees just happen to be bypassing near the truck, walking down the street. They're all conveniently moved away a few blocks. Look, you don't see anybody. There's nobody there.
our crews obviously didn't expect this to happen.
Nobody crossing the street.
You take a
nobody
look at the
driving
blast, and if
by.
you could show that again, just the effects of that. Now you see, this is the aftermath. People rushing around. You see.
Oh, look, aftermath. Hey.
You see neighbors as well. You see the cars with the smashed windows as a result
Aftermath.
of that
I mean, you thought there was a tornado came through here or something.
Look, that police cruiser seems to be nice and fine. There's no damage to it.
But such great video from our photojournalists on the scene. You see the damage to that truck. That's destroyed.
Where's the gas? Don't you think gasoline would have melted that truck if there was gas in it?
Yeah, it would have been a lot more. See the way that thing went off. Look.
We're so grateful.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I've seen cars on the side of the road catch a fire. I mean, really, if it had that amount of stuff in there, I mean, don't you think the gasoline by itself would have melted that entire truck?
Danny Moda mentioned Newsom's going to have a field day with this one. Absolutely. This is his narrative. That's exactly what he wants.
Illegal fireworks were discovered at this home that you're looking at right now. Earlier today,
Ira Louie couldn't agree anymore.
Police received a tip about lots of fireworks inside this home. We're talking about homemade.
Now, the only thing they need now is a poster boy. They're going to be looking for somebody that's going to be their poster boy for this whole situation.
The fire department was actually on standby when the
Redbeard says diesel is less flammable, but it's still flammable. I mean, wouldn't something? I mean, it's fuel. Something would have to burn. It's hard to burn. Plus, those trucks carry like multiple gas tanks. Yeah, so sound and vibration, correct. Those trucks carry multiple gas tanks. So
with us to tell us more about what's happening down there, Nicole.
Oh, so I think this might be it where she says it.
That right now, the LAPD is going door to door to all these homes around where the explosion happened to make sure that no one else was injured inside of their homes. We did see that at least a couple of people appear to be injured and bleeding after this.
I want to find that statement where she said that somebody said fire in the hole. It's all in this video somewhere.
Yeah. Well, maybe on a follow-up we can get an edit going and.
You know what? I think it's probably on the 40-minute mark in this video where she mentioned it.
Okay, well, I got time.
Let me see if I can fast forward just a little bit.
Anytime with other pyros on here is good time.
This truck that we're talking about that exploded.
Let me see if
they were going to start this detonation process.
Okay, here it goes.
Get rid of these fireworks on scene because they were so dangerous. We heard about Nicole talking about how these were really big fireworks, like M80s. When I hear M80s, I'm going.
Oh, they were M80s. It's funny, it's M80s, but it says M80, but they don't know what it was.
So dangerous.
I'm surprised she knows how to spell
M80. When they were about to detonate these fireworks.
It's M80s, but she said they don't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Just suddenly exploded.
But we know they were fireworks.
On standby, and the LAPD was conducting this operation, and they were about to do it, and this is what happened. We're understanding.
Who just joined on today? Let's see.
Injured.
Just HD.
As you can see, I'm sure.
Who else
HD. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining.
The quote that Nicole Comstock said was really big M80s.
Yeah, we're just watching some of the video clips. I'm trying to. We're listening to the news and do a recap. But what's your opinion about what's going on right now?
What's going on, HD?
What's up, guys?
M80s,
dude, I actually just got off of work, bro, and I went to go demo some stuff off, so I don't really know too much of what's going on right now. You guys are gonna have to fill me in.
Okay, well, let me pause the video just for a second because I want some people to hear some of this. So, Just HD, he's another pyro. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. And apparently there was a bus at 12 p.m. today. And I guess this guy was a plug for a number of the Southland or whatever. And at around 7 o'clock, the bomb squad or fire department moved roughly about 5,000 pounds worth of fireworks, so we're guessing, onto a truck to have it hauled away. But apparently the story is that they set this truck off to be detonated, or the fireworks to be detonated on that truck on a citywide street. And there's multiple injuries. There's no fatalities. And obviously a lot of structural damage to people's homes. Cars are destroyed. Some cars are flipped over. And what's ironic is even the news reporters said that before the truck went off or exploded, LAPD was pushing people back feet by feet, like moments before the truck exploded.
Dang. So what I'm understanding is that they So they confiscated the fireworks and blew up the truck?
Following this story.
Right.
Is that what happened?
Right.
Damn, dude. So it wasn't even the guys that had the fireworks. It wasn't even them. It wasn't even their fault.
No. In fact, it was safer. In fact, the fireworks were safer in his garage as opposed to being on their truck.
Sure was.
Yeah, I mean the police department for sure. They're not ready to handle fireworks. Why would they even try this?
Well, this was the bomb squad. That's another thing. So keep this in mind. If this is the bomb squad, then your standard protocol is to, transport some dangerous stuff where it could possibly or may not go off, and you have it on the city street. And I mean, really, yeah. There's too many different things about this. All right, I think just the HD's signal just kind of cut out. I'll play the video again.
I'll tell you what, whatever this is at this point, if this doesn't bring all pyros together, I don't know what does. We all have our likes and choices as to what we like and where we like to ignite and what we like to bring. But keep in mind, we can
hear you.
It's amazing. I wish we were able to see. You see the car to the right, how it was pushed to the side. We were able to kind of see a little bit of the video.
Yeah, man, it just doesn't sound right. They're professionals. They should be able to know how to handle it.
Right. There's too many things that's wrong with this scenario. And keep in mind, these fireworks came from China. So it came from China, went through the Long Beach Harbor or San Pedro, ended up on the city streets, and you're telling me when they moved it from this guy's garage, it explodes on a truck?
Yeah, no. That does not sound right at all.
Now that we've taken a look at this several times now.
Yeah, they're coming down on people's rights. They're trying to infringe on the people's rights.
Well, HD, I think this is all planned because I played a video earlier. It was actually part of going to be something else. I was at another event when they were collecting fireworks and stuff, and one of the bomb squad guys, whatever, was telling NBC News that those little novelty fountains that come in those little kitty packages. The ones that are probably about a little 4 inches high and about maybe 2 inches wide. I'm talking about something like a little box, like a little novelty. Well, he told NBC News that firework was professional grade firework. The kind of stuff that you can go get in those little purses. You know that little video I did that I got from Outlaw Pyro, and it has like that little race car, and it has little fountains and stuff in it, like one of those little boxes that was in there, something like that. He was basically saying that was a professional grade firework.
That's ridiculous.
They're rolling
on two
cameras.
I don't know, man.
One
this
from
whole
the
thing
air
doesn't
from
sound.
And one from our
it
ground
does sound
crew on the
so
ground
staged,
there.
bro.
We heard Nicole Comstock giving us an
It just
update.
doesn't make sense.
Her
How could a
photographer,
bomb
Michael
squad
Johnson, was
prevent
there on scene,
some bombs
and
from
he
going
was
off? Like,
rolling on
why
the
would
ground
they
camera that I
confiscate it in
was
the
just
first place
alluding
if they
to.
could handle
And he was there, so we want to speak to
I
him
just
right
don't
now.
see how this
Mike,
could be.
I want to ask you just about what you heard, what you saw, just your reaction.
I mean, more importantly, I just.
Yeah, it was quite unexpected.
I guess I have to watch the video. Do they have those of it actually going off? Did anyone?
Yeah, I'm showing it right now. I recorded it live.
Out of abundance of caution.
Now, mind you, keep in mind when this went off, obviously you know that there was some type of orchestration going on because there was nobody walking down the street, walking their dog, getting in their car, trying to go to Jack in the Box or McDonald's. I mean, it was just an empty street.
Where's the? So was this in a residential or was it in a?
It's a residential neighborhood.
Everyone out here was in shock. None of us. I mean, we've covered a lot of these.
That's so crazy.
Everything from suspicious devices to
fireworks. I'm driving right now, so I can't watch the video. I'm about to get to my destination in about a minute or two.
So, Mike, and
I'll be able
you know,
to
we
actually
all know
sit
you around
down
here as
and see it
Mojo,
when I
so
get
excuse
there.
me if I call you Mojo. Want to find out from
Yeah,
you.
and also too, I
yeah,
probably
when they
speak for
said
CZ
fire
and
in the
Just
hole,
HD.
that's
We
something
wanted
new.
to hurry up and
makes me
jump
think that they
online
were
to
planning
create
on
our own
detonating
narrative. I
this.
think CZ probably
Wouldn't
just
you
fell
think that
off,
that would be the
but we
case
wanted
then?
to put
Because we
our
thought that maybe
narrative
this
out
was
there and
something that
additional
was an
voices for
accident, that there
people
was
who
you know, before
maybe
transport
don't
to
know
some place
anything
where they
about
would detonate it,
fireworks
they would
and
take those
they only
illegal
have
fireworks
the
and put them
view
in there and
of
transport
the
them. But
media,
if they were to say fire in the
because
hole, that
people are
would
going
mean
to
that they
paint their
would
own
then
false narrative.
detonate
And
it.
so we as a
That would make
community,
sense to
that's
me,
why
but
I
it
started this
doesn't make
channel, is
sense
to
to me
do
because
things
it would be
like
in
this.
this neighborhood.
Because I was like, you know what, we need to go
So can
live
you
tonight and
elaborate
put
on
our
that a
spin
little
on
bit,
it.
Mojo? Because
Yeah.
fire in the hole to me means that that's something
Yeah,
they
no,
plan to do.
And
Oh,
is that
wait,
the
wait, wait. There it
first,
is.
Mike?
There it is. Let me back it up. Hold up. There it is.
Nothing like this.
Yeah, listen to the audio. This is the part they said the guy said
Mike,
fire in the
and,
hole.
you know, we all know you around here as Mojo, so excuse me if I call you Mojo. Want to find out from you
Perfectly fine.
when they said fire in the hole, that's
You hear
something
'em?
new. That makes me
I
think that they
couldn't
were
hear.
planning on detonating this.
That news anchor just said when they said fire in the hole, that makes me think they had this plan. So, yeah. So this is about the 37-minute mark on my video. Yeah, CZ just came back. Hey, CZ. So I just came to the 37-minute mark on this video. That's where the news anchor said, "Oh, that's where they said fire in the hole."
I'm all ears.
Here, I'm gonna play it back.
Nothing like this.
All right.
So, Mike, and you know, we all know you around here as Mojo, so excuse me if I call you Mojo. Want to find out from you
Perfectly fine.
when they said fire in the hole, that's something new. That makes me think that they were planning on detonating this.
Okay. So
wouldn't you think that that would be the case then? Because we thought that maybe this was something that was an accident, that there was being, you know, before transport to some place.
You could catch it on the rerun. I'll re-upload this video or the actual video from this.
But if they were to say fire in the hole, that would mean that
them
they
say
would
fire in
then
the hole.
detonate it. That would make sense to me, but it doesn't make sense to me because it would be in this.
We didn't. Nobody. We didn't. I mean, I didn't hear them say fire in the hole. That's what the news team who was on site heard them say.
So they slipped already by saying that. They completely came up. You can't hide it. Once you know that. So this whole thing was planned, and it was planned right there. And the news starts broadcasting it as if the only blame to this is the fireworks itself. When you know for a fact, and everyone knows, the fireworks were safer inside the handler's home. They were secured in a controlled environment. You know that. Now look at this.
Right. Let me go ahead and play this again so you guys can hear. I mean, I'm not going to back it up, so we'll just kind of continue.
Neighborhood. So can you elaborate on that a little bit, Mojo? Because fire in the hole to me means that that's something they plan to do.
And was it their first attempt?
Oh, yeah.
As far as everyone out here knew, the plan was to detonate it here on scene.
Oh, Jesus.
See?
Obviously, they didn't have any idea.
Why would you do that there? Why?
Explosive potential
Not smart.
they had on their hands. But yeah, we were even given a heads up out here that they were going to be detonating within 5 or 10 minutes, and it was 40 minutes, and it was like an hour, and then finally they came out and said, hey, we're going to do it. And then, yeah, they yelled fire in the hole 3 or 4 times, and then...
Oh, 3 or 4 times. Oh, it gets interesting.
It's probably one of the saving graces of this is if it was planned, fire in the hole. I've been at scenes before. They clear the area. They make sure there's nobody standing around, no bystanders. Everybody's kind of clear. You see the caution tape around. Everybody is alert to be in a safe place. And then it exploded. Obviously, there was a bigger explosion than what they planned because it destroyed that vehicle, the bomb disposal unit. So
is that
I think
true?
That might have been
What
saving grace
Holy
as to why
Fire was
there's
writing?
not as many injuries as what you might expect.
Yeah, and Mike, do you know if they evacuated people beforehand? Did they tell neighbors? Hey,
listen to this. Listen to
this.
this.
Were telling the media.
Yeah, we were told earlier, we had a press conference out here, and we were told earlier that they had evacuated basically the 2 houses to either side of the house that had the fireworks in it. And that's all they felt they needed to do. And then when that truck blew up, I saw one of the neighbors come running out of his house. He had blood streaming down the side of his head.
Oh, Jesus.
So there were some injuries, definitely some injuries.
Yeah,
So tell us a little bit about the.
Boy, they fixing us up good. They
tell you
number
what.
on.
For you, Mike.
Yeah.
You know what? It wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing litter on the city streets that say some of the names of these fireworks stores, you know, to tape their names. You know, just start seeing leaves and pamphlets. You start seeing little green men or little red apples out there to just say, hey, this is where they got this kind of stuff. I just won't be surprised if you start seeing some stuff like that.
Yeah, nothing surprising anymore at this point. Watching this narrative, it's something.
It's not exactly what it was before the explosion. Still, my ears were ringing. Everyone's ears out here were ringing. And
dang, I'm just not getting any audio from the video, dude. I really want to hear this.
Oh, you do?
I can hear you guys, but I can't hear the video.
Yeah, it's a little low, but it'll be on the replay for you. So let me just go ahead and finish playing it.
Yeah,
and I had like a major headache. I still got one right after the explosion happened.
Well, I can imagine that that caught a lot of people by surprise, and that certainly was not planned by LAPD, and that was a little bit more.
Oh, now they're saying it's not planned. Oh, okay.
As far as the explosion goes, was there any indication, Mike? I would assume that the posture by the firefighters and LAPD would be that they did something wrong. That
here they go. Let's see what they say.
Operating procedure, right?
Hey, but
leading up to the explosion, no, everything seemed to be like they were confident what they were doing. Like I said, they moved everyone back a couple different times. I myself, even as the media, was moved back probably at least 3 times.
Oh, you hear? And, media was moved back 3 times.
Wow.
Calculation on the amount of explosives or the explosive potential on what they had.
And when you were seeing people who were
what's up, Doug? Like, thanks for joining.
One neighbor who was really bloody in the face shortly after the explosion come running out of his house. Did you see any others being wheeled out on gurneys or being transported in ambulances?
I saw several gurneys leave, paramedics vehicles and being positioned. But
hey, can you guys hear me?
Actually being taken out.
Yeah, we're just listening to the video.
Initially, I think I heard there was
all the propaganda.
5, 6 people.
We would be able to see stars coming out, right?
You would see stars?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a great question.
Because did you see the Ontario explosion? You saw stars flying everywhere.
Yeah, it was simultaneous. It was simultaneous as far as what that combustion was like, and you knew what was happening because one thing led to another. In this case, it was just pressurized self-ignition, and it was so obvious. When we repeat the video, there's no other answer to it. I mean, it's plain and simple. And the only narrative they keep on that is, well, illegal in front of fireworks.
Bomb squad people, but I only saw the one man running down the street. But I mean,
well, again, please share this video, the narrative out there, because you guys know the media, NBC, CBS, KCAL, they're going to run this into the ground, and it's going to be illegal fireworks and the war on terror.
It's going to leave a mark.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, someone said those were soda cans. Dude, I heard the Ontario one. That's what the guy was working on, making soda cans when that happened. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess he had like buckets of flash powder. It's just word around the street, you know. He had buckets of flash powder when that explosion happened.
Doug says depends on the type of firework being detonated. So apparently, from my understanding, and the word on the street was most of this was 1.3. Pyroblast guy, excellent point, man. There's a whole lot of questions to be asked here. Yeah, post this on Twitter. There's just too many questions. So, first question is, number one, why didn't they have individual cars come and pick it up? Like, why did they have to use one big truck? That's the first question. Number two, this is the bomb squad. This is not the fire department. Number three, you know, why did they have to clear out the whole neighborhood? News reports are saying that they were planning on detonating it right on the street. So why didn't they have 3 or 4 trucks come move it? Why didn't they have? I don't know. There's just too many. You know,
well, my question is, how come they just didn't have Cal Fire do it? Because they seem to be doing a professional job across the board. Yeah. They've been doing well apparently the entire season, and I've driven right past side by side when they're transporting truckloads of goods.
Yeah, me too. I've seen all that too. Yeah.
You know what? Doug is bringing up a good point. He's saying if it was 1.3, it would have been bigger. So,
yeah.
Do you guys think maybe they took the actual 1.3G fireworks, they actually hauled that away and then used this truck as a diversion?
They had to have, dude.
So imagine maybe they had something else on the truck. They said, let's empty out the gas. Let's make sure this is a safe explosion. You know, whatever you want to call it. But the real 1.3G, we're going to haul that off to some other warehouse, you know, to our use. And
you know what? As far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't put it past them. These guys could have. We didn't see them transport everything and load it in there. As far as we know, I mean, it's their people in charge, in command, and they could set any narrative they want. We don't even know. Doug says, look, Doug is saying it there. We don't even know if they are. They could have just done their own pipe bombs. They are the bomb squad. They are.
Exactly. We don't know if this was some type of, you know, detonation stuff that they normally use. Obviously, I don't see any gasoline going off on the truck to give it, you know, like, you don't see an extra effect. Like, you don't see the boom. You just see one big explosion.
But that's my biggest thing. You would be able to see some type of stars, or I don't know. It just doesn't make sense, dude. It just doesn't look like a firework explosion.
Yeah, Cowboy was looking for flash. Cowboy's like, I don't see no flash when he was looking over this whole thing.
Mike Johnson, the photojournalist there on the scene, they said
there has to be just something that they're trying to start packing down and make some money off.
Well, they got to have a victim. They got to have somebody to blame.
So they were detonating that on scene.
You hear it? They were detonating it on scene. They just said it.
You see, you can't get away from that narrative. There it is. They did it.
But we thought that maybe there was a malfunction and that it blew up.
Maybe there was a malfunction.
They were going to.
So why doesn't the title on the screen say "Bomb Squad screwed up"? No, let's just title it "Firework Explosion." Fireworks are bad. Fireworks, no bueno.
They had it there at that location.
Absolutely.
Yeah, where's the fireworks?
Where's the cardboard? Where's the
talking about how the officials were coming by the van and
something.
Hey, we're going to do this in about 5 or 10
Thank
minutes.
you for the super chat, referee. Appreciate it.
We'll do it soon, and then finally, about an hour later, is when they actually said, "Okay, it's happening now," and that's when he kept hearing fire in the hole, fire in the hole, fire in the hole.
There they go.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
I didn't say it. They did.
You son of a biscuit.
The M80s, just because they're just too powerful, and you know, you just got to know what happened or what's wrong. Too many
fake news indeed, Doug.
As you know,
absolutely.
All professionals who do this on a daily basis. They are trained for these specific types of situations, and as we know, the LAFD, LA County FD, Orange County Fire.
Yeah, man, I don't know. That's just so crazy to me.
Authorities throughout Southern
make sure you guys spread the right narrative out there on social media, because they got a guillotine out for pyros.
Pyro LBC says news ain't going to call off the bomb squad, and who calls KCAL 9 News to be prepared and catch footage of this explosion? Are you kidding me?
All right, Doug.
Are you kidding me?
Happy Fourth, man.
It never really seems to be that dramatic. It just seems to be kind of like.
Come on now.
This obviously was not like that, and that just
definitely. Yeah, they just happened to be hovered over in the proper position when it went off, right?
We're able to bring this up. We've got a couple of other shots that we could show you. Certainly could show
they had aerial footage. I mean,
they were zoomed in. They were zoomed in. They were zoomed in right on the truck when it happened.
You know, I'm glad I'm with the Patriot Pyros because again, we're for the people. We catch these red flags. We're not new to the game, man. There's other things much more intense that we look out for and have to handle, and this is just part time of what we scout, man.
Yeah, I really didn't want to have to deal with this before the 4th of July, man. I mean, like, really?
Yeah,
I mean,
come on now.
I mean, some stuff like this. You know, I had some other videos and. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Pyro blast guy, absolutely, man.
As a precautionary measure.
Wait. Hold on. Let me back this up.
What caused an
Here, let me move it. She just said something that was critical.
So you just wonder, you know, was it the NA?
This video is almost over, guys. It's at the 45-minute mark. I recorded 47 minutes of it.
Many fireworks in there, but as you know,
yeah, I'm still online. I'm just gonna get my boys in bed real quick, and I'm gonna.
For these specific types of situations, and as we know,
yeah, listen to this part. Here it comes.
Orange County Fire Authority, you know, firefighter authorities throughout Southern California have been warning Southern California residents about illegal fireworks as we head into the 4th of July weekend.
Why are they illegal? Who deems them illegal?
Scenes like this, when they do those detonations inside the bomb disposal unit, you really are kind of disappointed, because when they say fire in the hole and they detonate whatever it was that they put in that big kettle in the back of that vehicle, it never really seems to be that dramatic, and it just seems to be kind of like a dud. But this obviously was not like that, and that just goes to show how many fireworks, that cache of 5,000 pounds of fireworks that they had in the back of that vehicle. I don't know if we're able to bring this up, but we've got a couple other shots that we could show you. Certainly we could show you.
Yeah, it's coming up near the 47, 48 minute mark here, guys.
We have a picture of the original bomb.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get my boys to bed.
I'll
catch you guys later.
Okay, man. All right, later, man.
All right, HD.
This is
God bless, guys. Thanks for informing me.
Stay blessed, brother.
Truck that was brought out to the scene, obviously destroyed as a result of that explosion at about 7:30 tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Just shortly before 8 o'clock.
Look, where's the gasoline burns on that truck? No, it's not melted. Look, perfect condition other than the damage.
Of illegal fireworks in the area of
tires are still in place.
Some of the fireworks were being stored in our bomb squad trailer as a precautionary measure. Unknown at this time what caused an explosion. So it's unclear, not only to us, but to the LAPD tonight as to what exactly went wrong.
Police arrested the suspect and discovered.
We tell you what went wrong. Them people
fireworks at that residence
went wrong. Look at that.
100 block of East 27th Street. That's
watch that over and over.
And just so you guys know, if you guys see this video or live stream deleted, make sure you. Well, first of all, it wasn't me, because I'm not planning on deleting this video, and also. Go to your URL right now, in your broadcast bar, copy that link, because it's going to take YouTube about a good day to fully rendering it. So if you guys come back to the channel later, you won't be able to find it unless you have this link directly until YouTube finishes rendering this video. So make sure you guys go ahead and copy and save that.
And if you don't have that link, I just saved it on my notepad. You guys can email me, and I'll send you an answer with it at vintage, VINTAGE USA 11 at Gmail.
Right. You know what I'll do is I'll put it in my community tab right now so people can see it.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Now they
of illegal fireworks, but also child endangerment case has been opened.
Oh, they're piling it on him.
At least 9 people again injured in this explosion when something went wrong with this LAPD bomb truck that was supposed to withstand illegal fireworks. We're going to go to break right now, but when we return, please join Juan Fernandez and Pat Harvey for continuing coverage of this breaking news.
I'll tell you what.
All right, guys. Well, that's the end of that video. So in the comment section, what are your guys' thoughts about all the input and information that you guys heard tonight? I mean, that's the video. That's the talk of the town. So first Ontario, and now this pre-planned thing. You know, they had to work on this. You know, come on, man. I mean, really?
I tell you what, guys, if there's anything we learned from this, is that we ignite in the name of freedom and nothing else. And without that, we won't have a thing. So continue burning, live freely, And hey, a shout out to the West Coast Patriot Pyros. Hope you guys have a good night.
All right, fellas. I think that might be about it. Again, my video got ruined, the whole situation, and in light of all of this stuff happening. But again, we just wanted to make sure that we, as firework enthusiasts in the community, we put out the proper narrative and examine the evidence that we have, based upon the news crew and the citizens that were there, based upon what's happening. And then, of course, you guys are going to hear some other stories, because there's going to be people on social media posting videos and stuff like that. So, yeah, you could go ahead and put this narrative in perspective with that. There's too many questions to be asked. But as of right now, we don't even know if there were fireworks on that truck. Heck, I don't even know if there was gasoline in that truck. I mean, the tires aren't even melted. So, yeah, somebody said 5,000 of M80s. Yeah, okay. I'm sure it would have done more damage than that. Redbeard says, well, there was the Boston Tea Party. Why not the California Pyro Party? Hey, that's perfect. Hey, you ought to start branding some shirts for that. With an explosive truck with the bomb squad right next to it, right? I'll make some nice bumper stickers. All right, CZ, you still there, man?
Yeah, I'm just about to sign out.
Cool. Any final thoughts before you log out?
Don't let this discourage anyone.
Yeah.
1776, once again, this is why we do this. We're brought together for it. And you know why it happened? We fought and traveled over a Christmas day, willing to go to war so that we could have this country and celebrate. Yeah, things were happening. Blood was lost, but guess what? We celebrate Independence Day. Regardless of what they say, what it is, we're here today and we're sharing this common denominator of pyrotechnics. And it's beautiful. And the day we lose it, we'll be sorry. Continue igniting and do your due diligence.
Mm-hmm.
Keep on supporting your favorite stores. It doesn't matter what you like, what you ignite. There's nothing too small or too big. Keep on igniting in the name of freedom.
Somebody said Red Apple 6-inch shells do that. No, yeah, definitely not, man. I mean, ooh, my gosh. So you guys be safe out there. Yeah, I mean, I can't even put that into words. I mean, there's a mark on your back. First is Cal Fire pulling people over. I mean, one guy reported that Cal Fire pulled him over and made him sit there in 160-degree heat for about an hour to 45 minutes until they coerced him to open his trunk. And so he was just, there. I mean, he was sitting in 106-degree weather, no air conditioning, just sitting there, just being antagonized. So, again, guys, can't stress this enough. Share the video. Make sure you leave your personal comments on this video. Share it around the community. Set the right tone for this 4th of July, because we can't let stuff like this happen to us. Because and yeah, if you guys saw my video earlier, that little box is a professional grade firework. Woo! Oh man!
Yeah.
I got to take a screenshot. So, yeah, remind you, when you guys start seeing me post some videos or memes about professional grade stuff, it's all in hindsight and fun. So, again, guys, good night, West Coast Pyros and everybody, California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona. You guys have a happy 4th. This will probably be my last live stream before the 4th of July, unless something else terribly, terribly comes up. I mean, really? I mean, we'll probably do a follow-up, but we had to get on tonight, CZ. What do you think?
I'm telling you. No other way.
Cool. All right, fellas, you guys have a good night. Kept you guys long enough.
Good night, Pyros.
Good night, boys. Signing out.